Me also walk interview. One waje fans. Akachara muso wote mwadwene no ase. Efe your mama ko interview. Na man ya range Gyemfi man bi. No ma kujino ne eboje so. Fe. And you can say stand up. You are doing well. Because in politics, optics really do matter. And this kama you is being what they call politics, perception is equally important as reality. So if stand up when crop forward the Mahama agentia, what this woman the Mahama agentia? Because in the optics, the people will look at, the people will see and say he is loved. Yenya opportunity nsi baby. Si muhunu nkoa. Before some call the main point so me catch them how Sammy Gyemfi enka no kore. Me catch them how Sammy Gyemfi enka no kore. And the last time me catch them say muntie sa audio, muntie sa video.
Has been blocked. He's not allowed to participate in the process. Meanwhile, there is this Mr. Roger Okatakyie in the gold board operations, who also, has a connection with this kind of investigations by the OSP. If you appreciate what I just mentioned, and you have seen quickly.
This, yeah,
what's your explanation?
We see these things, but we don't respond because we are very busy people doing an important job for the nation. We don't have to. It's a joke. Listen, Roger Okatakyie is not licensed by the Gold Board to do anything. He's not a licensee of the Gold Board. Roger Okatakyie only consults for Bower Rock. He works with Bower Rock.
Okay, so
now this Roger Okatakyie.
So hold on. Sammy Gyemfi no more. They said Roger Okatakyie, the so-called Roger Okatakyie, works for Bower Rock. Sammy Gyemfi. The so-called Roger Okatakyie, he works for Bower Rock. On working, and this same Roger Okatakyie, no, we are making sure Kwame first was Sammy Gyemfi on cannot correct. And because he calmly submits what he submit, and then Chamon Treko, I know that and Tiboko. The same Roger Okatakyie, Sammy Gyemfi say is on count. Me wa be chere wade. Muntie Sammy Gyemfi.
Is managing director for a company called Goldstrom. And Goldstrom was one of the aggregators under MIF's Gold for Reserve program. They were giving money. By the end of 2024, MIF wrote a demand letter to them that they had some outstanding payments to make. The company has paid MIF in full, and I've seen acknowledgement letters from MIF showing that Goldstrom has paid. Now, that one employee of the company is consulting for Bower Rock, and that is an issue. A company that has not committed a crime, a company that is not under investigation, is not being prosecuted, has settled all its bills to MIF, and you're saying that its employee cannot work for a private company. So it is not as if Roger Okatakyie even works for the Gold Board or is licensed by the Gold Board. He has done nothing. That guy is a great resource. When you want to talk to somebody about gold trading in Ghana, he's one of the go-to persons. And I think that people should just stop this attitude of running people down with lies. It doesn't help anybody.
Okay. Sammy Gyemfi etwa with confidence. Sammy Gyemfi said the said Roger Okatakyie no one part of a Gold Board and a consultant for Bower Rock. Just so you know, there is a syndicate to steal from the people. This is a finance ministry. Inaugurated the technical team of your friend is Gold Board. Roger Okatakyie na esha asiye Roger Okatakyie, the finance team, a technical team of a Gold Board. Roger Okatakyie and the D esha asiya. And then Sammy Gyemfi say Roger Okatakyie ne nyadwuma Gold Board. Such a character, you trust him? Here my Joe online report. Roger Okatakyie din esha asiye as part of the technical team of Gold Board. And the same person now, a technical team member of Gold Board, is also consulting for Bower Rock. Is that no conflict of interest? You are falling in love with your oppressors to the point that when we are drawing your attention, say, you are being oppressed in a very nice way. na Sammy Gyemfi wo twa motro kura mu so twa motro Sammy Gyemfi say Roja Kwache enye part of when adwuma ma gold board na consult ma ba rock. Meanwhile this same Sammy Gyemfi Roja Kwache wo share mu finance ministry aboni din so were part of a technical team of gold board. Ana mompa say be money. Now mompa say be money dia. We dem be ma public announcement madama. We hwa no bia ne ma meko. Hwa no bia ne ma meko. Woni meko a ye wa wasemwa because the America bia ne ye no kure. Etu ne meko a ye wa wasemwa. Woni meko a Mahama ba ye wo ginchia. Wa ya de papa wo ginchia. Ai Mahama mo se Manuel wiase nyina Mahama ai we John dear we need size Mahama need size ti wo call radio interview kama mo se mano why Mahama ba ye se me ne wo kasa yi transformation abagana yasa I 1 year on no galamsey na jai so say joy yes wo ba obey you su artificial intelligence where May 2024 I will use artificial intelligence to fight galamsey it is ameno ka say John use artificial intelligence he say galamsey nsuo ni nyina ni atenwan. They say illegal mining is now a myth. We ni Ghana nyina come. 1 year down the lane, your mama wa man sure ni ati 1 year down the lane. Your mama buy a double track ni nyina free ho. Akufo the double track no na enye na bon no. Kan your mama buy we sisi dan akese 1 year. Wa top blog 1 year just a double track ni nyina ya no great e free ho. Ti emo ye nsema your mama. Your mama buy Sam George LGBT samuka Sam George and then Sam George no anu fight say LGBT ni ade no and then Sam George LGBT mumusa say owai Sam George way and then LGBT ni hwe so obu ni sisi you hold away Eti Mahama ba ye shake your waist. He say LGBT no was sign bill no one pe omanim kura hwe. Poof ekọ. He say so source nyina twam contract nyina transparent kama. Gold body dey transparent kama. Mahama ba ye wa appointing ni nua bia wa ba mu no family no friends. Bibia ni ho. Mahama ba ye neutral senkwa in spirit from a year ayi bomfa na memwo no ni nua bia nim Mahama ba ye okuje trouble akwa ayi ni true say mirror of justice okachire ye say won benya 21 billion okuje trouble akwa so won benya 21 billion ora na ba ora ene okuje to abla kwa mo jiskani nyina ora ene ye ni abreke no foriata mai kan ko an skani nyina won ho na asai kan foriata no menim se sedi nam tamakulu no ya anchene for corruption na waban a waba wo so wo ba be fight corruption then ti sa ban no wo se what discontinue cases of a year Collins Dauda what discontinue cases of a year Opuni what discontinue cases are you finding prima facie case against them was what continues our cases and what just I need this one about fighting corruption 1 year down you kwa no pay number no ma bre a bit to me, edidi car mu nyina. Omo ko adwuma because eso run ship 1 year 24-hour economy no aye come. Attack on journalists and so ejai your mama prices of goods and services said your mama buy and dollar na ekosoro it prices of goods and services and so perform as they say kenke gakomi you turn 1 cedi gari alone car 1 cedi a liter of oil 2 cedi transportation from Pokwasi to Accra no they say 1 cedi ni nyina bibia ye kama ese Kwame Nkrumah ensaman kura no waye nani age kama Kwame Nkrumah ebusa se where dey sama anya hwe o Kwame Nkrumah sama anya hwe Sammy Gyemfi electricity no a user of Deben tariffs no wo mode ba no Sammy Gyemfi ese aba ese electricity no enrane ese ba omia meters ni nyina ye twetwam Sammy Gyemfi de no odi aba no utimi use na wa brenu afre EXP0SES ECG mesra mo me light ni si sododo ntimunum no why ese branche ni nyina nya adwuma ye nurses fo anya adwuma yo teacher fo anya adwuma ye graduate fo unemployed graduate bia ni ba bia obia ye employed seremo bibia sam jo mama bayi bibia bibia economic liberation waba na yenko tie eye ono ankasa ne nkrofo anu asem owura Franklin Kuju let me state here that video na ye bebo no there is some niema bia entwe Franklin Kuju health wise we don't care about that is not why we are here dem mo jo mama memmo ne ekoyi eti Franklin Kuju no say what tell your mama chino was you ora no kura de say ya Jessica nyina yenkonkoti Franklin Kuju Franklin what am I saying
well promoting Nora were the ones who actually raised all our hopes, right? And so our hopes have been raised, and now we are. And I don't think we've matched the. We've matched the not rhetoric. We've matched the reality as against expectations, and I worry because you see going into next year. Look, the government needs to. People will start complaining, and I think the complaints will become a lot more if we don't see quick prosecutions. I worry greatly that we are moving at a very slow pace and things are not happening. Of course, certain cases are being seen and heard, but I suspect that there'll be a lot of firepower coming through the heads of the various, should I call it the Attorney Generals of it. And maybe, you see, what I also thought should have been done, I suspect that maybe this is what the Attorney General should actually do. Maybe they should actually recruit a lot more, should I call them?
Franklin Kujo say, Neniaji, and I just know Kawangaza. Was you were a phone ediskey? Frankly, now was saying your men moving so slow than you were expecting 1 year down the lane. Yetiminfa will be uncle court on corruption issues within the Akufo-Addo government. And no more divert more attention for Riata na ice a channel. Na ice a channel, ice in would deport no aba say, whoa, you unconco fight a case. Never nema. Where's Obuafu? Make us a your mama ya dear no so buafu. Obufu, who said, the chira winning eye and your ma 1 year yet. Memono a kilnet tabai. Na theatrics in the dorsal. Monsieur Akufo-Addo by first year, why you say ya? Mesha says I make us all happy from so and our time Akufo-Addo no years maintain your mama maintain away. When I see the realities of government as opposed to what the optics shows, I need to be able to tell the people that it is up to nothing because I see the Nukuranwa, yes, the CD is strong against the dollar, a knee-jerk reaction to solving issues. I can tell, I can see if there is any international shocks, if there are any external shocks. The economy will crash down. Because a long-term solution to problems. Knee-jerk reaction. Knee-jerk. But the better amount for no what you say, if you Mahama a co-interview, a man in France, and I'm saying stand up by Juma Wayani, absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Yenya be now or that him for someone shouting Jame. I was better when him say politics in one. And politics, optics do matter. It is a LGBT was signed. Doom so yeti kroma say ayi wo ba ye wo say e-levy enyenyenyenyenyenye wo da ne ho a no kofa doom so levy bai ama e say yen kan wasem bi ye refi say wo the doom so levy aba ayi akwa your friend say abranti akwa na ho kitikiti philosophy su kwache wo the doom so levy aba yen kan wasem your mama ti kroma say wo say o e-levy nye ayi sports betting tax o say de nye we betting tax if you an okofa sports one buy. Galam say so ni nyina je say yenti arise Ghana for. Na we eye wo mu ankase wo mu nipa arise Ghana ni NDC for. You will be obey arise Ghana be we NDC ni. J ne eye list one na puku NDC for. Arise Ghana be any baby a. Na yenti aje yenti no.
Of Galamsey. I think we've been very clear in the past that it's an existential threat to all Ghanaians, including those of us seated here and those of you who are broadcasting. We would expect that the president continues with the good work that they are doing, not only with the gold board, because note, if there's no incentive to go and dig, no one will mine. If the gold board stops the smuggling of gold and aggregating of gold is done, our economy will improve and Galamsey will stop. And we believe that the president will not and must not shield anyone. We want to also entreat the Speaker of Parliament, who has indicated that he will not shield any Galamsey MPs, to take his word and mean it and act upon it. Oral is Operation Recover all the loot and not some of the loot. And so we would want all the loot to be recovered. But we've listened to the Ghanaian people. We continue to listen to the Ghanaian people. So you will join us when we go to the American Embassy.
Operation Recover all loot to be
to allow
recover all loot to be. All loot to be. Mobile man recover the here. Meanwhile, no more beer we are Ghana sika. Monchichi wamungum. MPP is not a breeding grounds for criminals, and it is very clear. It is Obia we are Ghana sika. Monchichi wamungum. Namunya a court of public opinion. If the member here will be no obedient as about Ghana sikem, ebe we are Ghana sika we no see because of joining MPP, Tiamra me defending will be and defending. Then Sumunya court of public opinion na ye di cases in war a ye medium na mon form court. Won't prove it beyond reasonable doubt because these are criminal cases. I just say a tron dorsum, killnet, 7 dorsum. Now yet to Chroma say ma a year Ura John Domani Mahama catches a Kufadu Abino, 110 ministers, one TB. It was not buying about where you lean government. Lean government dear, or Baba ye Nioma come. 1 year, 110 ministers. It John Mama, John Ufa say was over for 57 ministers. Yamu and Samuel, share. Or Dan and Yano whisper good Julius Debrasum. Hey Jay, Profound Omontiasiu. Eti, and everybody wa. Fabra, near fan sure, young changing the dino. Sabaya or Montiasi. Ampana, Papa Jay so the court. Papa Jay koya na ya change bidding. Ebine say wafa Ashanti region, wafa all regional ministers. And so one for deputy regional ministers because when you kobo omudin so omo deputy regional ministers epe. Nemom do obey so obesesa omudin every deputy regional ministers no aka say presidential staffers in charge of the region into all the 16 regions you know. Or the aye party ni organizers are presidential staffers in charge of the region. Our muji pay equally as deputy ministers. From the inception of this republic, you know, I can be salaries of chief of staff and son of cabinet ministers, presidential, senior presidential advisors, Your mama buy ye was say one shut down two mudi advisor. Hey, Miami no to kono see. Utimi mano a year presidential special dear to agric near was substantive agric minister ho. Now waba ye young Congo ready be 24-hour economy ya ya muti. Your mama instead of appointing a minister in charge of 24-hour economy because it was a major policy of John Mahama's campaign. Or can say a minister there and we are mobecheno. It you mobekanya ministers no honyasa it ye be friend say Owura Gusitano a presidential advisor on 24-hour economy. Tia boy and some man or 57 ministers. John nice. The moment on 20D minister in charge of 24-hour economy, presidential advisor in charge of 24-hour economy. We appointed presidential advisor. Jomama appoint Owura Francis Dodu as presidential advisor, national anti-corruption program. Yawo a interior minister, yawo national security minister, yawo a attorney general. Corruption no see fight here. Say institutions winning here. Instead so bebo we this way minister or see there be me boni this way minister. Ombekanya ka ho. Etienne me friend the national anti-corruption program. A presidential advisor. The moment pay no, it will be the same as that of minister, cabinet minister. Presidential advisor BRP equated to that of cabinet minister. And so your mama so one friend sa or friend sa mobeche no. Your mama says of onya friend deputy minister sa mobeche. Eti the SY say quickly your deputy chief of staff mienu ifa omoye miensa so kura no and you another is a presidential advisor Nana Yajanto a presidential advisor Beatrice one presidential advisor just who could do communication wing of a year the presidency one we ni pabe 60 obi agp as uncle for we deputy ministers your mama so from deputy ministers until lean government national fruit dokoche cabinet level salaries in as uncle for tiki and so your mama so onya from ministers and deputy ministers mo ba chintian one from ministers and deputy ministers senior presidential advisor for governmental affairs Dr. Valerie Soya on also advisors for the economy national anti-corruption diaspora affairs ni nyina ho and son wenya at the office of the vice president no so kura so another 5 policy advisors vice president no honkwa president need decline so be appointed deputy regional ministers because he ebeche no and so appointed 16 presidential staffers omunyina deputy ministers wo mu dey say deputy minister me say Kionet aban bia no echen aban we minister in charge of agribusiness wo ho ani asa abom yanga za menua Peter Boa mo tokuno na nka menenu a wonya atumi won frame hwe director of presidency also responsible for agriculture and agribusiness. So this is not efficiency, this is duplication. This is duplication of jobs. But wonya yes hape mo beche no. The end one yet.